At Artedomus, we work with our Northern Italian partners to make really beautiful and interesting materials. Not only their production line, but also some of the wonderful products they're able to produce. We are here at a Northern Italian Terrazzo manufacturer. In this particular plant, Terrazzo is manufactured using a combination of cement combined with a series of different materials, including various aggregates. We at Artedomus, along with our Terrazzo manufacturers, are able to customise products to suit your project. There are minimum orders, however, we have managed to come up with some very beautiful and unique products.
We're very lucky at Artedomus to work with such talented designers that are able to understand what materials and what products and what colors that have a gap in the market, and we create custom terrazzos to supply to projects.
The good thing about terrazzo is there's not a huge amount of variation from one slab to another. This allows a more consistent application across a variety of planes.
Depending on the design of the terrazzo itself, it can be very calming, it can be fun, it can be a classic look. This is the benefit of using terrazzo. It's fully customizable to fit the interior of your project.
We're in Agape's superb flagship showroom called Agape 12 in the Brera district of Milan. Since Agape were founded in the early 70s, one of their design philosophies was actually to look at the bathroom beyond just a single formal module, which I think makes them really stand out in the industry as far as being a truly innovative company. With their huge range of products from baths, basins, furniture, mirrors, accessories, and all the different materials that they make products, you can create an entirely customized environment. For example, when it comes to their baths and basins, they have the famous solid surface material called crystal plant, which is bio-based. You can apply different soft touch colours to the exteriors of the baths and basins, and you can also get some of those baths and basins in different materials.
The bulk of the Agape products can be customised. For example, the Sen tapware ranges. And the shelving systems and towel rail holders can be ordered in custom lengths. For certain designs, when something custom is required, Agape really has some beautiful options that can be ordered.
So Artedomus has been working with Fiandre for well over 10 years. We have a close relationship through all the different projects that we've worked together, along with introducing large format porcelain panels to the Australian market.
Another innovation in the slabs that I think is probably most impressive to us, the capability to literally print anything on top of the ceramic. Tell me about how passionate you are about that.
It actually came out from one of my ideas. I'm very curious, I'm very creative, and I was experimenting with some customization in completely different sectors of the market. So I called my technical director back then and I asked him, is it possible to create something that is extremely customized, bespoken? And it was like, started working on that, and I'm very happy about that.
I want to touch on two specific examples of the DYS system, and one that is probably closer to our heart at Artedomus because it's closer to us physically, but we've been lucky enough recently to use the DYS system for the incredible artwork by Abdullah on the Arden station.
What Abdullah was trying to convey was a strong message of getting together, and I think Abdullah made a very skilled use of that specific technology to communicate with the local community, and I think that's exactly what Designers Lab is meant to be, to convey a message.
So one of the beautiful things about working with Fiandre is that their prints and patterns are available through a variety of different formats. This means that if you like a particular pattern and you want to carry it through in your project in different formats, in different applications, you can. It is not limited to one pattern or one size. For example, we work on large commercial projects that have customized prints on the faces of the panels. You can work with one of us here at Artedomus to achieve the design and pattern that your project requires.
One of the great things about Artedomus being so well connected to the Italian stone industry is there's lots of workshops like this one that we can use to bring your designs to life. This one in particular has fantastic workmanship, and their CNC carving is really high quality, allowing even the finest details to be realised inside the marble. This workshop's created a lot of finished items for us in the past. Carved basins and baths have made their way to Artedomus from right where we're standing today. Designers in Australia can bring us their concepts, we can help them refine them into something that can be made, and then we can take them to workshops such as this to bring their design to life.
Artedomus and our partners can offer you not only to help you select the right material for the right job, but also create a unique piece for you. For example, if you wanted to build a beautiful home and have a unique pedestal basin out of something like a Carrara, we can create something incredibly unique and beautiful that'll be above your expectation.
Coming here today gives us a chance to understand their work better and use it better in the work we do in Australia. We can see from the quarries in the mountains above us here in Carrara to artisan workshops such as this. It's all connected and it brings the designs to life.
At Cotto Manetti, we do like to produce many things. We do produce terracotta tiles, tiles for walls as well. These are elements like pots, design elements. But no matter what we are producing, we really want to achieve the best quality.
One of the most special things we've done together was the development of the second New Volumes collection, and taking Australian designers with the Italian Cotto was a new thing for us, so it must have been a new thing for you as well.
So as you know, we've been making tiles and pots and other traditional stuff since a long time ago, but we were not thinking to combine terracotta and design. And so we were very excited to start this kind of project together. And now we really understand how fantastic this adventure is, no?
Ciao, we're in Ferroni in Chianti in Tuscany in this absolutely beautiful 500-year-old factory. This is a factory that specialises in only handmade product. Some of it is made completely by hand, and then others it is made by hand by moulding it around larger objects which are made of chalk stone. So when we learnt how this factory makes things, it enabled us to create products that we'd never made before, including, of course, the New Volumes product range, which meant we could ask different Australian designers to design different products for that collection. I've found that it's been a terrific way for designers to use us to make products such as baths and basins and anything that's large in terracotta.
I know you saw all the New Volumes elements being at my parents' house during the dinner we had together. What's your thought about this? What's your feeling? No? I hope you enjoy to see all the elements all together.
Well, there's a beautiful setting, of course, but I think we worked so hard to bring those pieces to reality. Some of them were very difficult for you to make in the first instance, and it took a while to get them right. But seeing them functional as well as being beautiful in the courtyard, it was really a pleasure for us. Really makes me excited about us being able to do more together in the future.